There's a street in southeastern Albania that stops you. Not because it's loud, because it isn't, except for the occasional children kicking a football around as their parents stroll by. That's a soccer ball for us Americans. And I'm taking you to it now, Shën Gjergji, St. George Boulevard, the pedestrian heart of Korçë, and if you give it time, it gives something back. I'm Scott Layton, this is Renaissance Spirit, and I'm glad you're here. I left the United States in December. I didn't book a whirlwind tour. I didn't fly into Tirana, photograph the bunkers, and leave. I came to stay, to slow down, to actually be somewhere, instead of just passing through. That's what this series is about. Live well. Travel well, part of what I call My Expat Life. The ongoing story of choosing a different rhythm, a different pace, a different way of measuring what a day is worth. I have a philosophy, not just a passport, and all of my videos encompass it. Most travel videos just let you look where the camera takes you. I like to offer something more, a full experience so you can actually walk beside me as we talk about what we're seeing as we listen to an original Albanian love ballad called Have You Found Me on Shën Gjergji, inspired by the scene. This is a 360 video. On a computer, click and drag to look around. On your phone, move your device or drag the screen. In the YouTube app, you get the full experience. So if you're watching in a browser, now's a good time to switch, and if you're using your VR headset, just move your head. If you're not used to 360-degree videos, they're fun, and you'll definitely find it more immersive than just watching a screen. So feel free to look around. You don't have to stare at me the whole time. There's a lot more fun and interesting things to see here. We're walking to Shën Gjergji, the beautiful pedestrian street here, lined with cafes, restaurants, galleries, and shops. At one end, the Resurrection of Christ Cathedral, the largest Orthodox cathedral in Albania, anchors the boulevard like a compass point. As night falls, families and expats like me gather under the awnings. Coffee is ordered and not hurried. This is Albanian coffee culture at its most unhurried and alive. There's a pace here that reminds you what pace is for. Korçë sits on a plateau 850 meters above sea level, ringed by the Morava Mountains. Its name comes from the Slavic word for small mountain, Gorica. The Greeks call it Korçë. The Albanians call it simply the Little Paris. That's not vanity, it's memory. In 1887, the first school in the Albanian language opened here, a quiet revolution in a city under Ottoman rule. For centuries, it sat at the crossroads of the trade routes between Istanbul, Dubrovnik, and the Adriatic coast, a city that absorbed the world and made something distinctly its own. Men used to sing love ballads from the balconies of Korçë, serenades drifting down into the courtyards below. That's why they still call it the City of Serenades. I think about that when I walk this street. A city that chose music as its identity, that's not nothing. Korçë has always made things rugs, icons, music, ideas. The National Museum of Medieval Art holds one of the finest collections of Byzantine icons in the Balkans, artifacts spanning the 13th through 19th centuries, preserved through Ottoman rule, 2 world wars, and 4 decades of communist prohibition. John Mili, the Albanian-American photographer who shot Picasso, who invented stroboscopic light, whose images shaped the 20th century, was born here. His museum sits just off this boulevard. This is a city that produced visionaries and kept their memory. You can check out both of those separately in my other related videos. The food in Korçë is honest and abundant. Börek, flaky pastry filled with spinach, cheese, or meat, comes out of bakery windows still warm. Likror is the local savory pie, layered and slow cooked. And then there's the beer. Bira Korçë is brewed right here in the city, one of Albania's most beloved beers and a point of genuine local pride. I had to go back twice to the tour. Here's a tip in Albania: persistence is the price of admission, and it's always worth it. Korçë earned its place on this journey, not because of what I read about it before I came, because of what it asked of me when I arrived, to slow down, to look, to listen. A City of Serenades teaches you that. If you want more of Albania, more of this slow, layered, surprising country, I've got more 360 walks on the channel. Some narrated like this one. Some just original music I composed specifically for the location, letting the place speak for itself. Subscribe, look around, and come walk with me. There's more ahead.